Do you feel that an artist that is signed to a major label in any shape, form, or fashion have an advantage over you?
Yeah.
Where do you see the advantage?
The advantage is if you care about playing the game. That's the advantage. Meaning there's certain industry, how do I say this? If you just care about being amongst, it's high school. You feel me? So if you care about being on the inside and rubbing shoulders and playing the game and doing that whole shit with the industry and getting paired up with this person, standing and doing all that, you know what I mean? And a lot of the award shows, they're just gonna reward, major label artists. Like if you care about shit like that, then yeah, that's the advantage. Once you're with the major label, you're in the game. You're in that ecosystem of the industry. So if you don't care though about playing the game, like I had a line where I said, the only way to beat the game is don't play it, basically, is what I said. And it's like, because you'll drive yourself crazy trying to play the game, because the game requires you to do some things where you gotta maybe put your integrity to the side and fake the funk a little bit for the sake of playing the game, like, and for the sake of politicking and whatever. But to me, I don't know, man. Like that's a everyday struggle for me, where I'm like, no pun intended. Shout out to Joe Budden, but it's like it's an everyday struggle of being like, damn, I want to play the game without playing it. I want all the accolades. I want all this, but I'm not down to sell my soul for it. So then you get into this dilemma of like, well, shit, what's it gonna be? But I have those thoughts, but then I come right back to myself and I keep rocking out, doing my own thing. So the only advantage that major label artists have over me is that they're more in the game, and they're in the industry, so they're gonna get the industry looks.
What's good? It's TimelessRoc with TR Mentality, man. Before we get into the video, make sure y'all own your own shit. Let's get into the intro. Now, before we get into this video, man, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment, and follow me on Instagram at TimelessRoc Music, man. And also share this video with anybody who can relate and need this information. In this clip, we got Russ talking about the advantages that signed artists have over independent artists. And Russ is 100% right, man. It all depends how you look at this situation. Now, if you want to be this artist that's perceived to be this huge artist, you want to have all the Instagram followers, you want to have a blue check, you can get the blue check as an independent artist. But if you want to have a blue check early on, you go get signed. If you want to be charting on Billboard and doing all these things, you want industry awards like Grammys, and you want, any type of award that got to do with the industry, then yeah, if you look at that and that's what you want, then yes, that's an advantage that you can have as a signed artist over being independent. But if you somebody who want a real fan base and you want to take this slow grind and you willing to take that extra time needed to make it where you really want to go, and you want to own all your stuff, you're going to have this big, strong fan base that watched you grow all the way from the bottom all the way up, and they follow every single song in your catalog, then that's an advantage you can have as an independent artist. Labels, they mastered this perception game when it comes to boosting people's followers, boosting people's numbers, and just boosting their overall image to the public. Now with social media, that made it easier than ever, because back in the day, how was you able to tell if somebody was just a huge artist? If they was on the radio all the time, that's exactly how you was able to determine. But nowadays with social media, man, it made it so much easier for labels to get a perception of an artist being huge and just being this huge artist that everybody want to jump on board with. In one of the interviews that I did, I stated that people would much rather stand in line for a food truck that has 1,000 people in the line versus a line that only has about 5 people in the line. And that same rule applies when it comes to this music shit. All the independent artists out there, I know y'all get the same ideas that I get, man. When you see all the people around you, you dropping music consistently, and you see all the people around you that maybe knew you growing up or anything, people that just follow you, and they're not reposting your music, they're not sharing your music, they're not talking about your music. And I know you get the same mindset when you think, wait, bro, I know when I'm getting my numbers up and everything, they gonna jump on board and they gonna start posting it. And they're gonna start sharing it, because it's a numbers game, man. You can't be in your feelings about this shit. It's always about how many people you got backing you, how many people you got listening to your music. Is it cool to listen to your music? And that's also why I say, man, you gotta appreciate everybody who down for you from day one and actually supporting you, and they reposting your music, they pulling up to your shows, they doing all that. And I just had a conversation with my mans about this shit, man. man. It's like, okay, if you want a Grammy, you know that you look at the Grammy as like the highest achievement in this music thing. Like, that's just something that's been pushed into our head, you know, all our life. But it's like, if you're an independent artist and you got the mindset of doing this shit on your own and everything like that, and yeah, you might want a Grammy, but you got to ask yourself, man, if it's something that you have to sign to a label for, even if you got the best deal possible, is that something you really want? Me personally, man, I feel like that's just going against everything I stand for and everything I really want to push out there into the world and things I want to go ahead and accomplish for myself as an artist. If there's some of the things that you want for your career as well, man, make sure you go ahead and leave a like on this video, man. Share with anybody else that needs this information. Also, leave a comment, man. Let me know how you feel about the topic. Let me know. Give me some feedback and just extend on what I was talking about in the video. Also, man, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe for your boy. And I'm out of here, man. Shawty says she talking to my ex, I think they get along. I can't have nobody that's gonna listen to nobody but me. I swear that we toxic, but we never switching up.